No. All right. So given that, I'll give you that. Given that, I'll give you. But I will say we should have probably at least had one other project that also included fixtures, right? Because we were the project was very focused on everything but the fixtures.
Totally.
Well, if I could say something, I think maybe part of the answer is let's do a job that's thematic, like we were doing, but have a back of house.
Yep.
Have something that has a typical office and a typical storage space. Because I agree that if you do an office space, it's boring. There's no, you put a sensor, a switch, and a PAL pack. Who cares? It's you can do that all day long, and that's important. But they need to think about preset scenes, time clock operation, some logic, or photo cells, or a little bit more sophisticated than a typical office space.
Yeah, well, and the project did have back of house space, it's for sure.
It did.
So it was the scope. It was just because of the dynamics of the class and the fact that we were so stretched for time that we had to kind of keep shrinking what scope we were focusing on. And so my class, I ended up just being like 4 spaces. I need to see 4 complete spaces. Like, just pick. I don't care. So long as they're not janitor closets. Like, and sometimes it was the exact same space 4 times with the 4 different brands, and sometimes they were different spaces. But ultimately, they picked the space that challenged them, which was great to see, because that's the thing. Students want to push themselves. And so if it's like, I'm just going to test you and make sure that you pass muster, they're not going to care. They're not going to spend a lot of time. But if you actually say, okay, it's up to you how hard you push yourself, they're actually going to push themselves a lot harder than you expect. And so as a result, they're going to get way more out of the certification than if they had just kicked their heels up and said, yeah, I'm going to do 4 janitor closets.